Have you ever felt like your mind is capable of so much more, but you're not quite sure how to unlock its full potential? In this video, we're diving into the 12 full signs of intelligence that could reveal you are much smarter than you think. These traits go beyond just book smarts. They touch on creativity, perseverance, and even humor. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what makes a truly brilliant mind, but also discover actionable tips to cultivate these traits in your own life. Trust me, you won't want to miss the final sign. It could completely change the way you see yourself and your potential. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment another word to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Let's embark on this journey together. Have you ever caught yourself pondering, deep down, if you're more intelligent than you give yourself credit for? That's an intriguing thought, isn't it? Well, hold on to that curiosity, because what I am about to share with you could reveal that your mind is a hidden treasure trove, waiting to be discovered. And no, I'm not talking about your ability to recall the lyrics to every reggaeton hit, though that is undeniably impressive and a testament to your memory. What I am referring to is something far more profound, a relentless curiosity, that burning desire to understand the why behind everything you encounter in life. Can you relate to that feeling? If you find yourself perpetually questioning, searching for answers, and diving headfirst into new ideas, then let me congratulate you. You may be showcasing the very first sign of exceptional intelligence. As the brilliant Leonardo da Vinci once said, "Curiosity is the mother of all knowledge, and who better to affirm this than a man who excelled in so many fields?" Da Vinci wasn't just an artist who gifted the world with masterpieces. He was also an inventor, a scientist, a mathematician, and an engineer. He even dabbled in cooking. Okay, I might have exaggerated a bit there, but who's to say it wasn't true? The point is that his insatiable curiosity drove him to explore countless realms of knowledge. But here's the beauty of it. You don't need to be a Renaissance genius to cultivate and embrace curiosity in your everyday life. It starts with the simple act of questioning the ordinary. Why is the sky a mesmerizing shade of blue? How does Wi-Fi manage to keep us all connected across the globe? And perhaps more mysteriously, why does my neighbor feel the need to serenade the neighborhood with opera at 3 a.m? Okay, maybe that last question is one best left unanswered, but the others, they are opportunities to feed your curiosity, to stretch the boundaries of what you know. And in doing so, you align yourself with a fundamental Stoic principle, amor fati, or the love of fate. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, taught that by embracing life as events with curiosity and openness, even the challenging moments become opportunities for growth and learning. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, "But I am not curious, I am just plain lost," take heart. Curiosity is like a muscle that grows stronger with regular exercise. Start small and make it a daily habit to learn something new. It could be as simple as discovering an interesting fact, picking up a new word in a foreign language, or even mastering the art of origami using those crumpled grocery receipts. Who knows? One day, that newfound knowledge might prove unexpectedly useful. And if you ever find yourself in need of a little inspiration, just think of the curious minds that came before us. Albert Einstein, one of the greatest thinkers of all time, humbly confessed, "I have no special talents, but I am passionately curious." If curiosity fueled Einstein's genius, just imagine the heights it could help you reach. So, let us remind ourselves, true intelligence isn't about having all the answers neatly lined up. It is about asking the questions that matter. The next time you catch yourself wondering why pigeons bob their heads as they walk, don't suppress that curiosity. Instead, embrace it. Who knows? That small act of curiosity might just be the spark that ignites your brain to conquer the world, or at the very least, to dominate the next trivia night. Have you ever felt like life just slapped you in the face with a bucket of cold water, leaving you stunned and gasping for breath? It is a jarring experience, no doubt, but hang on tight, because we are about to dive into something that might just change the way you see those icy surprises. We are talking about the second sign of intelligence, adaptability in the face of challenges. And no, this isn't about your impressive ability to sidestep puddles on a rainy day, though that is a skill worth bragging about too. Adaptability, my friend, is like a secret superpower that the most brilliant minds possess. It's the art of navigating life as curveballs and still coming out on top, much like a cat always landing on its feet, no matter how high the fall. A fascinating study from the University of Michigan uncovered a remarkable link people with high emotional intelligence are not only more adaptable but also more resilient. Who would have guessed? It turns out that being an emotional chameleon, someone who can effortlessly blend into any emotional landscape, is a mark of true intelligence. But what does philosophy, particularly the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, have to say about this? Our Stoic friends were well acquainted with the concept of adaptability. They believed in living according to nature, not in the sense of hugging trees, though feel free to do so if it brings you joy, but in the sense of harmonizing with the natural flow of life. As the wise Marcus Aurelius once said, "Don't complain about the cold water, swim in it." Imagine, just for a moment, that you are like water. Water, with its remarkable ability to adapt, takes on the shape of any container, be it a glass, a bottle, or even that quirky gelatin mold shaped like a rabbit that your grandma insists on bringing out every Christmas. Adaptive intelligence is exactly like that. It's about molding your mind to fit any situation, no matter how unexpected or challenging. Have you ever shown up to a costume party only to realize you were the only one who dressed up? While it might feel like the world's biggest embarrassment, it is also a golden opportunity to practice adaptability. You could easily spin the situation, claiming you were a human infiltrator at a non-costume party. Just like that, you've mastered 100% adaptation with a smile. But let this get serious for a moment. Adaptability isn't just a tool for navigating humorous mishaps. In a world that shifts faster than the latest social media trends, adaptability is an essential skill. As Charles Darwin, the father of evolutionary theory, famously said, "It is not the strongest species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the most adaptable to change." So how can we cultivate this incredible superpower in our own lives? Start by embracing change as if it were your favorite uncle arriving at Christmas, with warmth and enthusiasm. Next, practice the art of saying "tais," and rather than resisting or shutting down when faced with challenges, accept the situation, and then add your twist to it. Finally, always remember that every obstacle, no matter how daunting, is a disguised opportunity. Sometimes the disguise is so elaborate that it is nearly invisible, but trust that it is there, waiting to be uncovered. So, the next time life throws a bucket of cold water in your face, don't recoil in shock. Instead, take a deep breath, adapt like water, and dive right in. You might just find that the very challenges you face are the ones that propel you to new heights. The next time you find yourself staring down a challenge, think of yourself as an adaptability ninja, swift, mentally agile, and ready to roll with whatever life throws your way. Somersaults optional, but a cool touch. Just like Forrest Gump's famous box of chocolates, you never quite know what you're going to get in life. But with adaptability in your toolkit, you'll be ready to handle even the weirdest flavors that come your way, savoring each one for the unique flavor. Now, have you ever tried explaining something and felt as tangled up as a cat caught in a ball of yarn? It is frustrating, right? But don't worry, because we are about to dive into the third sign of intelligence, the remarkable ability to simplify the complex. And no, I am not talking about your talent for summarizing a 2-hand episode of soap opera in just 3 sentences, although that is impressive in its own right. True intelligence is about taking a convoluted, head-scratching idea and turning it into something so clear that even your grandma could understand it. Albert Einstein, the very man who unraveled the mysteries of the universe with a simple 5-letter equation, once said, "If you can explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough then." And if anyone knew about complexity, it was Einstein. But here is the good news. You don't need to be a physics genius to master the art of simplification. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus hit the nail on the head when he said, "A man can learn what he thinks he already knows." So before you can simplify anything, you need to approach it with humility, acknowledging that you might not know everything. Surprise! This humility is the first crucial step toward true mental clarity. So, how do you put this into practice? Imagine you are explaining how the internet works to your grandmother. No, you cannot just say, "It's magic." Instead, break it down into bite-sized, digestible ideas. Think networks, information traveling, and computers chatting with each other. Just like that, you'd have transformed a complex concept into something simple and understandable. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. And guess what? The Stoics were absolute masters at this kind of thinking. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, distilled happiness down to a simple formula. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. See, you don't need a degree in philosophy to grasp that idea. But here is a word of caution. Simplifying isn't the same as being simplistic. It's like making a glass of fresh orange juice. You peel away the unnecessary parts, but keep all the rich flavor and nutrients. Cognitive psychologist Daniel Kahneman, a Nobel laureate, demonstrated that our brains are wired to prefer simple, easy-to-digest information. So when you simplify, not only are you making your message clearer, but you are also making it more memorable. Here is a fun exercise to try. Take a complex concept from your work or hobby and explain it to a 10-year-old. If they understand it and don't drift off to sleep mid-explanation, congrats. You'd have the art of simplification. Another powerful tool in your simplification arsenal is analogies, comparing something complex to something familiar. For example, think of the immune system as an army defending your body from invaders. You can even create mental images or simple sketches to illustrate more intricate ideas. Remember, achieving mental clarity doesn't just make you look smarter. It helps you understand the world around you more deeply. As the brilliant Leonardo da Vinci once said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, so go ahead and embrace your inner sophisticated simplifier. Become the Picasso of plain words, the master of mental minimalism. Your brain and everyone around you will thank you for it. Have you ever found yourself feeling like the smartest person in the room, only to realize that your knowledge barely scratches the surface of what there is to know? It is a humbling moment, isn't it? Self-awareness and humility. And no, I am not talking about the simple act of admitting that you cannot dance salsa, though that is a good start. True intelligence shines when you are able to recognize your limitations. It's like having an internal GPS that gently prompts, calculating every time you bump into something beyond your knowledge. And let's be honest, that recalculating happens more often than we might like to admit. But why is it so crucial to be aware of what you don't know? There is a fascinating psychological phenomenon known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, which explains why those who know the least often feel the most confident in their knowledge. It's almost as if ignorance comes with a false sense of invincibility, like a cloak of misguided confidence. Spoiler alert, that cloak doesn't protect you from reality. Now, imagine your brain as a grand library. Self-awareness is like that grumpy, no-nonsense librarian who is always reminding you, you don't know everything. As annoying as that librarian can be, they are your best ally on the path to genuine wisdom. The ancient Stoics, those wise sages of old, had plenty to say about humility. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, who doubled as a part-time philosopher, once wrote, "A man can't learn what he thinks he already knows." In essence, if you believe you'd be already mastered it all. You are closing the door on growth. On the flip side, admitting that you don't have all the answers throws that door wide open, inviting new learning experiences to flood in. This self-awareness forms the bedrock of true intelligence. One practical way to nurture it is by actively seeking feedback. Go ahead and ask for opinions from people you trust, and be ready to hear some criticism. It's like asking for directions during a road trip. You might stumble upon a shortcut or a breathtaking detour that you didn't know existed. Another powerful practice is keeping a learning journal. Write down what you learn every day, including your mistakes and the lessons they teach you. By doing this, you not only track your progress, but also shine a light on the areas where you still have room to grow. Remember, the journey to intelligence isn't about having all the answers. It is about being open to learning more each day. As the philosopher Socrates wisely admitted, "Know that I know nothing. Jin." So, don't shy away from acknowledging your ignorance. It is a true mark of wisdom and a crucial step on the road to intelligence. The next time you feel the urge to boast about your knowledge, remember that humble librarian in your mind and embrace the continuous journey of learning. Now, let us shift gears a bit. Have you ever felt like the weight of the world is pressing down on your shoulders, threatening to crush your spirit? Well, brace yourself, because we are about to uncover the fifth sign of intelligence: emotional control. And no, this isn't just about being able to hold back tears during a heart-wrenching movie, though that is certainly commendable. Emotional control is like wielding a superpower that allows you to stay calm and rational, even when life throws its most challenging curveballs your way. In a study published in the journal Emotion, researchers discovered that people who manage their emotions effectively tend to be more successful in various aspects of life. So, if you're someone who can keep your cool under pressure, you might just be on the path to greatness. But how does all this tie into Stoic philosophy? The Stoics were absolute masters when it came to emotional control. They believe that our emotions aren't directly caused by the events happening around us, but rather by how we perceive and interpret those events. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely pointed out, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Imagine for a moment that you are like a robot, programmed to maintain calm in any situation. Emotional control is akin to switching on that robot mode. You remain focused, making decisions based on logic and reason rather than letting emotions take the wheel. Now, while you don't need to be a robot to practice emotional control, some techniques can help you develop this valuable skill. First, consider practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying close attention to your thoughts and feelings without passing any judgment on them. It is like watching clouds drift across the sky. You observe them, but you don't get swept away by them. Second, focus on your breathing. When you start to feel overwhelmed, take a moment to concentrate on your breath. Inhale deeply, then exhale slowly. It's like hitting the reset button on your emotions, bringing you back to a place of calm. Finally, try reframing your thoughts. Instead of thinking, "This is so unfair," shift your perspective to, "What can I learn from this situation?" Reframing allows you to focus on solutions instead of getting stuck in the problem. Mastering emotional control doesn't just make you more resilient, it also enables you to face life's challenges with grace and poise. As the philosopher Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." And so, the next time you are confronted with a difficult situation, tap into that inner robot. Stay calm, stay rational, and remember that emotional control is a true mark of intelligence. Now, have you ever felt like you are drowning in a relentless sea of information? It is a common feeling in our hyper-connected world. But hold on tight, because we are about to dive into the sixth sign of intelligence, the ability to filter and prioritize information. And no, I'm not talking about your skill in remembering your grocery list, though that is certainly handy. What I am referring to is the ability to sift through the overwhelming amount of information that bombards us daily and zero in on what matters. A study conducted at the University of California found that people with high Selfawareness, so if you dare good at ignoring distractions and focusing on what is truly important, you might be tapping into a key aspect of intelligence. The ability to filter and prioritize information is more crucial now than ever. In a world overflowing with data, the real challenge lies in discerning which pieces of information are valuable and which are just noise. This skill is not only a testament to your cognitive abilities, but also a survival tool in today's information-saturated environment. So, if you find yourself expertly sifting through information and prioritizing what is important, give yourself some credit. You are demonstrating a vital form of intelligence that can lead to greater success and fulfillment in life. But how does philosophy come into play here? The Stoics, with their profound wisdom, had much to say about the art of focusing on what is within our control. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, emphasized the importance of directing our attention to what we can influence, rather than being overwhelmed by what lies beyond our control. It is like sharpening a laser beam that cuts through the noise and hits its target with precision. Imagine, for a moment, that your brain is like a bustling train station, with information coming at you from all directions. Your job is to make sure you only board the most important trains, the ones that will take you where you need to go. In this sense, filtering and prioritizing information is like being the station master, carefully deciding which trains to let in and which ones to keep out. One effective way to practice this skill is by setting clear goals. When you have a specific goal in mind, it becomes much easier to filter out the noise and focus on the information that will help you achieve that goal. For instance, if your goal is to learn a new language, prioritize resources that aid in that endeavor and tune out unrelated distractions. Another technique is to utilize tools and systems for managing information. There are plenty of apps and methods available that can help you organize and categorize information, making it easier to retrieve what you need when you need it. And always remember that sometimes less truly is more. By filtering out the unnecessary noise, you create more space for what truly matters. As the ancient philosopher Lao Tzu once said, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished." So, be like nature. Take your time. Focus on what is important, and gently let go of what doesn't serve you. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a maze with no clear way out? It is a frustrating and sometimes overwhelming feeling. But hang on, because we are about to delve into the seventh sign of intelligence, problem-solving skills. And no, I'm not just talking about your ability to solve a Rubik's Cube in record time, though that's certainly impressive. True intelligence reveals itself when you can approach complex problems with creativity and resourcefulness. In a study published in the journal Intelligence, researchers found that individuals who excel in problem solving often achieve greater success in their careers. So, if you dare adept at finding solutions, you might just be paving your way to greatness. But where does philosophy fit into this picture? The Stoics, with their enduring wisdom, had plenty to say about overcoming obstacles. They believed that every problem is an opportunity in disguise, a chance to strengthen both the mind and the spirit. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, wisely noted, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Imagine yourself as a detective, piecing together clues to solve a mystery. Problem solving is very much like this. It requires creativity, persistence, and sometimes a bit of trial and error to uncover the truth. One way to cultivate strong problem-solving skills is to approach challenges with a positive and open mindset. Instead of viewing problems as insurmountable roadblocks, try to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. When faced with a tough situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can this challenge make me better? This shift in perspective can make all the difference, turning obstacles into stepping stones on your journey to success. Another powerful technique for tackling problems is to break them down into smaller, more manageable parts. By addressing one piece at a time, you make the problem seem less daunting and more solvable. It is like turning a mountain into a series of small hills, much easier to climb one step at a time. And don't underestimate the value of seeking input from others. Sometimes, a fresh pair of eyes or a different perspective can illuminate solutions you hadn't considered. As the philosopher Aristotle wisely observed, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. This recognition of our limitations is key to effective problem solving. So, embrace each challenge as a journey of discovery and growth. Remember, every problem presents an opportunity to learn and improve. The next time you are faced with a tough situation, channel your inner detective, stay curious, stay persistent, and let your problem-solving skills shine. Now, have you ever felt like you dare, trying to navigate through a storm without a compass, unsure of which direction to take? It is a disorienting experience, but hang on, because we are about to unveil the 8th sign of intelligence: critical thinking. And no, I am not just talking about your ability to argue passionately about which TV show reigns supreme, though that can be a fun exercise. Critical thinking is the art of evaluating information objectively and making informed decisions. A study published in the journal Thinking Skills and Creativity found that critical thinking is closely linked to better decision-making and enhanced problem-solving abilities. So, if you are skilled at thinking critically, you might just be a genius in disguise. But how does philosophy tie into critical thinking? The Stoics were pioneers in this realm. They believed in rigorously examining their beliefs and judgments to ensure they were grounded in reason and not just driven by emotion or impulse. As Epictetus famously said, "It's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of those events." Imagine your brain as a judge where critical thinking is like weighing the evidence and making a blind, impartial judgment. It requires a combination of objectivity, careful analysis, and sometimes a healthy dose of skepticism. To practice critical thinking, start by questioning the information you encounter. Don't take things at face value. Ask yourself, is this true? What evidence supports this? Are there alternative perspectives I haven't considered? This approach helps you to avoid jumping to conclusions and ensures that your decisions are based on solid reasoning. Additionally, try to recognize any biases that might cloud your judgment. We all have them, but being aware of them can help you think more clearly and make more balanced decisions. Critical thinking not only enhances your ability to solve problems, but also helps you navigate life as challenges with greater confidence and wisdom. So, the next time you find yourself in a situation that demands a decision, take a moment to engage your inner judge. Weigh the evidence, consider the options, and make a reasoned choice. In doing so, you'll be demonstrating one of the most valuable signs of intelligence, the ability to think critically and make decisions that lead to meaningful and positive outcomes. One way to practice critical thinking is to actively question your assumptions. Take a moment to ask yourself why you believe what you believe and whether there is concrete evidence to support those beliefs. This kind of introspection can reveal biases or gaps in your understanding that you might not have noticed before. Another effective technique is to consider alternative viewpoints. By examining an issue from different angles, you gain a more comprehensive understanding, which can lead to more informed decisions. And of course, never forget to employ logic and reasoning throughout your decision-making process. As the philosopher Bertrand Russell wisely said, the important thing is not to stop questioning, stop questioning. So make critical thinking a habit, Use it as a tool to understand the world more deeply and to make better decisions. The more you question, analyze, and reflect, the closer you'll get to the truth. The next time you're faced with a decision, channel your inner judge, evaluate the evidence, consider different perspectives, and let your critical thinking skills guide you to the best possible outcome. Now, have you ever felt like you're stuck in a loop, unable to break free from the monotony? It is a frustrating experience, but hold on tight, because we're about to uncover the ninth sign of intelligence, creativity. And no, I'm not just talking about your knack for doodling during meetings, though that there's a cool talent. Creativity is about thinking outside the box and coming up with innovative solutions to the challenges you face. A study published in the journal Creativity Research found that creativity is closely linked to higher intelligence and stronger problem-solving abilities. So, if you hear someone who excels at thinking creatively, you might be onto something big. But how does philosophy fit into the concept of creativity? The Stoics, with their practical wisdom, recognize the power of imagination and creativity in shaping our lives. They viewed creativity as a vital tool for making the most of our circumstances and navigating the ever-changing world around us. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher emperor, once said, "That universes change our life is what our thoughts make it." Imagine your mind as a blank canvas, and creativity as the colors and brushes that allow you to create a masterpiece. It requires imagination, originality, and a willingness to take risks, all essential components of true intelligence. One effective way to practice creativity is to engage in activities that inspire and stimulate your imagination, whether it's painting, writing, playing an instrument, or even exploring new hobbies. Find something that fuels your creative spark. Another technique is to embrace curiosity. Ask questions, explore new ideas, and do not be afraid to experiment with unconventional approaches. Remember, creativity isn't limited to artistic expression. It is also about finding innovative ways to solve problems, improve your life, and make a meaningful impact on the world around you. As the brilliant Albert Einstein once said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." So, let your creativity flow freely and see where it takes you. The next time you're faced with a challenge, channel your inner artist, think creatively, take bold risks, and let your imagination guide you to new and exciting possibilities. Have you ever felt like you're juggling too many balls at once, trying to keep everything in the air without dropping a single one? It can be overwhelming, but hold on tight, because we are about to uncover the 10th sign of intelligence, adaptability. And no, I'm not just talking about your ability to adjust your daily routine on the fly, although that's certainly important. True adaptability is about your capacity to smoothly adjust to new situations and environments, no matter how unexpected they may be. A study published in the journal Personality and Individual Differences found that adaptable people tend to be more successful in various areas of life. So, if you are someone who can roll with the punches and still come out on top, you might just be harnessing one of the most powerful forms of intelligence. But where does philosophy come into play here? The Stoics, known for their practical wisdom, were masters of adaptability. They believed deeply in the importance of embracing change and focusing on what lies within our control. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "The only thing in our power is our own thoughts." Imagine for a moment that you're a chameleon, capable of changing your color to match your surroundings. Adaptability is like having that chameleon-like skill. It is about adjusting and thriving, no matter what environment you find yourself in. One way to cultivate adaptability is to embrace change rather than resist it. Instead of seeing new situations as threats, view them as opportunities for growth, learning, and self-improvement. Another effective technique is to develop a flexible mindset. Be open to different perspectives, approaches, and outcomes, and don't be afraid to adjust your plans when necessary. It is important to remember that adaptability doesn't mean changing who you are, rather. It is about refining how you respond to the world around you. As the philosopher Heraclitus wisely observed, the only constant in life is change. So, make adaptability your ally in navigating life, its inevitable twists and turns. The next time you're faced with an unexpected challenge, channel your inner chameleon. Stay flexible, keep an open mind, and let your adaptability guide you through whatever comes your way. By doing so, you'll not only enhance your resilience but also unlock new paths to success and fulfillment in every area of your life. Have you ever felt like you were juggling too many balls at once, trying to keep everything in the air without dropping a single one? It can be overwhelming, but hold on tight, because we're about to uncover the 10th sign of intelligence, adaptability. And no, I'm not just talking about your ability to adjust your daily routine on the fly, although that is certainly important. True adaptability is about your capacity to smoothly adjust to new situations and environments, no matter how unexpected they may be. A study published in the journal Personality and Individual Differences found that adaptable people tend to be more successful in various areas of life. So, if you dare someone who can roll with the punches and still come out on top, you might just be harnessing one of the most powerful forms of intelligence. But where does philosophy come into play here? The Stoics, known for their practical wisdom, were masters of adaptability. They believed deeply in the importance of embracing change and focusing on what lies within our control. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "The only thing in our power is our thoughts." Imagine for a moment that you are a chameleon, capable of changing your color to match your surroundings. Adaptability is like having that chameleon-like skill. It is about adjusting and thriving, no matter what environment you find yourself in. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. One way to cultivate adaptability is to embrace change rather than resist it. Instead of seeing new situations as threats, view them as opportunities for growth, learning, and self-improvement. Another effective technique is to develop a flexible mindset. Be open to different perspectives, approaches, and outcomes, and don't be afraid to adjust your plans when necessary. It is important to remember that adaptability doesn't mean changing who you are, rather, it is about refining how you respond to the world around you. As the philosopher Heraclitus wisely observed, the only constant in life is change. So, make adaptability your ally in navigating life's inevitable twists and turns. The next time you are faced with an unexpected challenge, channel your inner chameleon. Stay flexible, keep an open mind, and let your adaptability guide you through whatever comes your way. By doing so, you'll not only enhance your resilience but also unlock new paths to success and fulfillment in every area of your life. Have you ever felt like you are facing an uphill battle with no end in sight, where each step feels heavier than the last? It is a daunting experience, but hold on tight, because we are about to uncover the 12th and final sign of intelligence: perseverance. And no, it is not just about your ability to stick with a task until it is done, though that's certainly a part of it. Perseverance is about your unwavering capacity to keep going, even when faced with the toughest difficulties and setbacks. Research published in the journal Personality and Individual Differences highlights that perseverance is a key factor in achieving long-term success. So if you dare someone who can push through challenges and stay the course, you might be onto something truly remarkable. But how does philosophy tie into this concept? The Stoics, known for their resilience and strength, were masters of perseverance. They believed in facing difficulties head-on and persisting despite the obstacles that stood in their way. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wisely said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Imagine for a moment that you are a mountain climber scaling a steep, rugged peak. Perseverance is like having the determination and grit to keep climbing, even when the path is treacherous and the summit seems impossibly far off. It is that inner resolve that keeps you moving forward one step at a time, no matter how tough the journey becomes. One practical way to cultivate perseverance is to set long-term goals and then break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks. This approach makes the journey less overwhelming and allows you to see progress along the way. Each milestone you reach becomes a reason to celebrate and a source of motivation to keep going. It's also helpful to remind yourself that setbacks are not failures, they are simply part of the process. As the Stoics taught, obstacles aren't just barriers. They are opportunities to grow stronger and more resilient. Perseverance isn't just about enduring it, it is about thriving in the face of adversity. It's about maintaining your focus and drive, even when the road ahead is filled with challenges. The next time you are confronted with a difficult situation, think of yourself as that determined mountain climber. Keep your eyes on the summit. Take it one step at a time, and let your perseverance guide you to new heights. In doing so, you will not only overcome the challenges before you, but also unlock your potential for greatness. Another essential technique for cultivating perseverance is maintaining a positive attitude, especially in the face of setbacks. Instead of viewing obstacles as insurmountable failures, see them as valuable opportunities to learn and grow. This mindset shift can transform challenges into stepping stones on your path to success. And remember, perseverance isn't about never falling. It is about getting back up each time you do. As the philosopher Confucius wisely said, "It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you not stop." Embrace perseverance as a key to overcoming challenges and reaching your goals. The next time you find yourself in an uphill battle, channel your inner mountain climber, stay determined, stay resilient, and let your perseverance shine through every step of the journey. In conclusion, intelligence isn't just about knowing a wealth of facts or being able to solve complex equations. It is a multifaceted quality that involves being open to continuous learning, effectively managing your emotions, skillfully filtering and prioritizing information, solving problems with creativity and resourcefulness, thinking critically, adapting to changes, and most importantly, persevering through challenges. Each of these signs reflects a different aspect of intelligence, contributing to a well-rounded and capable individual. As the philosopher Socrates once said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." By embracing these signs of intelligence, you commit to a lifelong journey of growth, learning and thriving in every aspect of your life. Now, let us delve into the 12th sign of intelligence, critical thinking, the practice of scrutinizing our impressions and judgments before accepting them as truth. Here are some practical exercises to help you sharpen your critical thinking skills. Play devil's advocate. Challenge your own beliefs as if you were your fiercest critic. This mental sparring helps you see different sides of an issue, even those that might initially make you uncomfortable. Practice the why chain. Continuously ask why to every answer you receive, much like peeling an onion layer by layer. This technique forces you to dig deeper into the reasoning behind your thoughts and decisions. Seek contradictory evidence. If you hold a strong belief, actively search for information that contradicts it. This exercise can be challenging but ultimately strengthens your understanding and broadens your perspective. The philosopher Bertrand Russell famously remarked that most people would rather die than think, and many do. While this might sound extreme, it underscores the discomfort many feel when confronted with the rigorous demands of critical thinking. Yet, like physical exercise, pushing through the discomfort makes your mind stronger and more resilient. For inspiration, consider the great critical thinkers of history. Socrates, for instance, dedicated his life to questioning everything and everyone, even when it led to his death by hemlock. While the path of critical thinking may not always be easy, it is undeniably essential for anyone seeking to live a truly intelligent and examined life. Critical thinking is not about being negative or cynically. It is about approaching the world with a sense of curiosity and openness while maintaining a healthy dose of skepticism. It's the balance between being open to new ideas and not blindly accepting everything that comes in ease. As Nobel Prize-winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman aptly put it, confidence is a feeling, not an assessment. So the next time you find yourself feeling certain about something, take a moment to question it. Engaging in critical thinking doesn't just make you smarter, it acts as a safeguard, protecting you from mental traps and manipulations. It's like having a shield against foolishness, but way cooler than any regular shield. When you come across new information, imagine yourself as a knowledge detective. Observe, ask probing questions, analyze thoroughly, and who knows, you might discover that you're even smarter than you thought. As Aristotle wisely said, it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. And you, my dear friend, are well on your way to cultivating such an educated mind. Now, let us dive into another fascinating sign of intelligence, creativity and lateral thinking. Creativity is like a secret superpower that brainiacs wield with ease. It's the ability to see connections where others only see chaos and to find innovative solutions to everyday problems. As the renowned psychologist Joy Paul Guilford once said, creativity is the key to education in its broadest sense and to solving the most serious problems of humanity. A study from Harvard University revealed that people with high IQs tend to be more creative. It's as if they have a brainstorming lab in their minds, constantly mixing and combining concepts to create something new. Picture your mind as a box full of Lego pieces. Lateral thinking is like using those pieces to build a castle, even though they were originally meant to make a car. It's all about thinking outside the box, but also recognizing that the box itself can be a valuable part of the creative process. The Stoics, known for their profound insights, also had thoughts on creativity. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "Look deeply within yourself, for there is the source of the good that can continuously spring forth if you dig constantly." Essentially, he was encouraging us to dig into our minds, where a treasure trove of creativity lies waiting to be unearthed. But how can we cultivate this creativity? Here are some techniques. Engage in diverse activities. Exposure to different experiences and activities can stimulate your creative thinking, whether it is reading widely, trying out new hobbies, or learning about subjects outside your comfort zone. Diversity in experiences can spark new connections in your mind. Practice brainstorming. Set aside time to brainstorm ideas without judging them. Let your thoughts flow freely, no matter how wild or unconventional they may seem. The goal is to generate a variety of ideas that you can later refine and develop. Embrace constraints. Sometimes, creativity thrives within limitations. Challenge yourself to solve a problem using limited resources or within a specific set of rules. Constraints can push your mind to think more innovatively. Use analogies. Comparing a problem to something completely unrelated can lead to creative insights. For instance, if you're trying to solve a business problem, think about how nature solves similar challenges. Take breaks. Allowing your mind to rest can boost creativity. Taking a walk, meditating, or even daydreaming can give your brain the space it needs to form new connections. Remember, creativity is not just about artistic expression. It is about approaching problems in new ways and finding innovative solutions in all areas of life. As Albert Einstein famously said, imagination is more important than knowledge. So, let your creativity flow. Explore the depths of your mind and see where your innovative thinking takes you. The next time you face a challenge, channel your inner artist or inventor, think creatively, embrace the unexpected, and let your imagination lead the way to new and exciting possibilities. Practice absurd brainstorming. Embrace the ridiculous. The more outlandish the idea, the better. A raincoat for fish. Why not? It is a real product, believe it or not. This type of brainstorming pushes the boundaries of conventional thinking and can lead to surprisingly innovative ideas. By allowing yourself to explore absurd and wild concepts, you give your creativity the freedom to stretch and grow. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Combine random concepts. Take two random objects and imagine what you could create by combining them. A fork and a speaker. Voila. You've just invented the musical fork, a quirky utensil that plays a tune as you eat. This exercise encourages lateral thinking by forcing your brain to make connections between seemingly unrelated things, sparking novel ideas in the process. Thomas Edison, the prolific inventor, once said, "To invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk." So, the next time your room looks like a mess, just tell yourself you care, cultivating creativity after all. You never know what brilliant invention might emerge from that clutter. Speaking of inventors, did you know Leonardo da Vinci would often gaze at clouds for inspiration? It's like playing guessing games with the sky. So, the next time you catch yourself daydreaming and staring out the window, just say you are practicing your lateral thinking skills Da Vinci style. Remember, creativity isn't just for artists or inventors. It is an essential skill in today's rapidly changing world. As the science fiction writer Isaac Asimov once said, "The mind that opens to a new idea never returns to its original size." So, the next time you encounter a problem, think like a creative ninja. Observe, question, imagine, and explore new possibilities. You might just discover that you are more intelligent and creative than you ever imagined. After all, as Albert Einstein famously said, creativity is intelligence having fun. So go ahead, let your imagination run wild, and have some fun with your brain. Now, have you ever laughed so hard that your stomach hurt? If so, you are in for a treat, because we are about to dive into another fascinating sign of intelligence: humor. Humor is like the secret seasoning that adds flavor to intelligence. It's the ability to find the funny side of life, even when things get tough. As the beloved writer E.B. White put it, humor is near the heart of truth. Then he couldn't have been more right. Sometimes, a good laugh can reveal more truths than 1,000 serious speeches. But what exactly does humor have to do with intelligence? Well, quite a lot. Recent studies have shown that people with a good sense of humor tend to have higher cognitive abilities and greater creativity. It is as if humor acts as the brain's lubricant, making ideas flow more easily and connecting thoughts in unexpected ways. Imagine your mind as a Jimmy Humor would be the personal trainer that not only makes you work hard but also keeps you laughing and motivated. It challenges you, surprises you, and by the end of the day, leaves you mentally stronger and more flexible. Humor also enhances social connections, making interactions more engaging and memorable. It allows you to see the world from a different perspective, often revealing insights that are hidden beneath the surface. Plus, humor has a way of diffusing tension, making difficult situations easier to navigate. So, the next time you find yourself in a challenging situation, try to find the humor in it. Laugh at the absurdity of life, make a joke, and see how it changes your perspective. Not only will it lighten the mood, but it might also spark some creative solutions to the problems at hand. After all, humor is more than just a sign of intelligence, a tool for navigating life with a smile, turning challenges into opportunities for growth and connection. The Stoics certainly had their thoughts on humor. Epictetus, for example, cautioned against excessive or frequent laughter, emphasizing that while humor is valuable, It should be balanced with a sense of seriousness and self-control. But do not worry, this doesn't mean you need to transform into an emotionless robot. Rather, it is about finding that sweet spot where you can appreciate the lightness of life without losing sight of its deeper meanings. So, how can we cultivate our sense of humor? Here are some tips to help you find that perfect balance. Don't take yourself too seriously. Remember, you're just an evolved monkey on a floating rock in space. Sometimes, putting things into cosmic perspective can help you see the lighter side of life as challenges and remind you not to sweat the small stuff. Look for the absurd side of everyday situations. Life is full of little ironies and absurdities just waiting to be noticed. By training yourself to spot these moments, you can find humor in the most unexpected places. Practice self-irony. Laughing at yourself is not only healthy but also a sign of emotional intelligence. It shows that you're secure enough to acknowledge your quirks and imperfections. Psychologist Paul McGee, a humor expert, suggests that humor is like a muscle that can be developed with practice. So, even if your jokes don't always land, keep it. You'll soon be delivering punchlines like a pro, or at least like that funny uncle everyone loves at family gatherings. Did you know that many of the greatest thinkers in history also had a sharp sense of humor? Take Mark Twain. For example, he was known not only for his intelligence, but also for his biting wit. One of his famous quips was, "The secret of getting old is to live honestly, eat slowly, and lie about your age." Win wise words, indeed. Twain's humor allowed him to navigate life's challenges with a smile, offering wisdom wrapped in wit. So, the next time you find yourself in a tough situation, try to find the humorous side. Not only will it make you feel better, but it will also be an exercise in intelligence. After all, as the legendary Charlie Chaplin once said, "A day without laughter is a day wasted." By incorporating humor into your daily life, you will not only enhance your well-being, but also enrich the lives of those around you. Remember, humor is like a secret superpower. It helps you connect with others, deal with stress, and see the world from a unique perspective. So go ahead, be the superhero of humor in your daily life. After all, as Oscar Wilde said, life is too important to be taken seriously. Have you ever felt like your brain is a Ferrari stuck in rush hour traffic? Well, hang on, because we're about to hit the accelerator on your mind and explore another sign of intelligence: deep concentration. In a world where mobile notifications ring more than church bells, the ability to immerse fully in a task is like having a superpower. And no, I'm not talking about ignoring your partner when they ask you to take out the trash, although that does require some skill too. Remember, humor is like a secret superpower. It helps you connect with others, manage stress, and view the world from a unique, often refreshing perspective. So go ahead and embrace your inner superhero of humor in your daily life. As Oscar Wilde wisely said, life is too important to be taken seriously. Now, have you ever felt like your brain is a Ferrari stuck in rush hour traffic? It is frustrating, right? But hang tight, because we are about to hit the mental accelerator and delve into another key sign of intelligence: deep concentration. In a world where mobile notifications chime more frequently than church bells, the ability to fully immerse yourself in a task is akin to having a superpower. And no, I'm not referring to selectively tuning out your partner when they remind you to take out the trash, although that does require some focus. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, whose name is as challenging to pronounce as it is to spell, described this mental state as pimflow. It's that magical moment when you're so deeply absorbed in what you dare to do, and that time seems to vanish like when you add Tinkat videos at denser TM, only to realize that it is suddenly time to get ready for work. But what does this state of flow have to do with intelligence? It turns out that the ability to concentrate deeply is like a turbocharger for your brain. It allows you to process information more quickly, solve complex problems with greater efficiency, and unlock higher levels of creativity. It's like upgrading from an old, clunky 90s computer to a sleek, high-speed processor. The Stoics also recognized the importance of concentration. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, who somehow found the time to pen his thoughts while managing an entire empire, was a master of multitasking at an almost divine level. He famously said, "Concentrate every nerve on attaining excellence." And no, he wasn't talking about perfecting your apps. But how can we cultivate this ability to concentrate deeply in a world seemingly designed to distract us at every turn? Here are a few tricks to help you hone this skill. Practice the Pomodoro technique. This involves working in focused intervals, typically 25 minutes, followed by a short 5-minute break. Think of it as high-intensity interval training for your brain. These bursts of focused effort help you maintain concentration while giving your mind regular rests, keeping you sharp and energized. Eliminate distractions. Create an environment conducive to concentration by removing distractions. Turn off unnecessary notifications, close unrelated tabs, and set boundaries with those around you during your work sessions. Set clear goals. Knowing exactly what you want to accomplish can help you stay focused. Break down larger tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, and tackle them one at a time. Mindfulness and meditation. Regular mindfulness or meditation practice can train your mind to stay present and focused. Even a few minutes a day can make a significant difference in your ability to concentrate. Create a ritual. Establishing a routine or ritual before starting work can signal to your brain that it's time to focus. Whether it's making a cup of coffee, organizing your workspace, or taking a few deep breaths, these rituals can help you transition into a state of deep concentration. By incorporating these techniques into your daily routine, you can cultivate the ability to enter a state of deep concentration more easily and frequently. In doing so, you'll not only enhance your cognitive abilities but also unlock new lacunas, productivity, and creativity. So, the next time you sit down to work, channel your inner Marcus Aurelius, focus every nerve on the task at hand, and let your concentration propel you toward excellence. Create a distraction-free environment. Don't just place your phone on airplane mode and keep it within reach. That doesn't count. Truly disconnect by putting it out of sight, and consider using apps or tools that block distracting websites during work sessions. The goal is to remove all potential interruptions, allowing your mind to focus solely on the task at hand. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 5 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Meditate. Yes, I know meditation might sound like something only yoga instructors do, but it is a powerful tool for building mental focus. Think of it as a workout for your brain and a mental gym. Regular meditation trains your mind to stay present and improves your ability to concentrate for longer periods. Even just a few minutes of meditation each day can significantly enhance your focus. I think of deep concentration as your ability to take control of your brain's steering wheel. Instead of swerving around every distraction like a nervous driver, you tear racing straight toward your goal, much like a skilled race car driver in a high-speed chase with productivity. Deep concentration isn't it just about dodging distractions, it is about becoming so immersed in what you are doing that the world around you fades into the background. As the psychologist William James once said, "The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another." So, the next time you are feeling overwhelmed, take a deep breath, put on your mental blinders, and dive headfirst into your task. Your brain will thank you, and you'll be well on your way to becoming a productivity powerhouse. Finally, let's discuss the art of continuous learning. In a world where knowledge evolves faster than your smartphone updates, committing to lifelong learning is like having a secret map to a treasure trove of wisdom. It is not about the degree that is framed on your wall, but about the curiosity that fuels your heart. Continuous learning is your brain's way of staying young, sharp, and adaptable, like a mental spa day every day. Lifelong learning keeps your mind agile and ready to adapt to new challenges and opportunities. It's the process of constantly feeding your brain with new information, ideas, and perspectives. Whether it is picking up a new skill, exploring a different field, or simply staying curious about the world around you, continuous learning ensures that you are always growing. Here are some ways to cultivate this habit of continuous learning. Read regularly. Make reading a daily habit. Whether it's books, articles, or even podcasts, expose yourself to a variety of topics to broaden your understanding. Take online courses. The internet is full of platforms offering courses on almost any subject. Take advantage of these resources to learn new skills or deepen your knowledge in areas of interest. Join discussion groups. Engage with others who share your interests. Discussing ideas with peers can deepen your understanding and open you to new perspectives. Reflect on your learning. Keep a journal where you jot down what you learned each day. Reflection solidifies your knowledge and helps you see how far you've come. Stay curious. Cultivate a mindset of curiosity. Ask questions, explore new areas of knowledge, and never stop seeking out information. Continuous learning isn't it just about keeping up with the pace of the world, it's about enriching your life and maintaining a sharp, vibrant mind. As you continue to learn and grow, you will find that your capacity for knowledge expands, opening new doors and opportunities. In this way, lifelong learning becomes not just a habit but a way of life, ensuring that you remain adaptable, informed, and intellectually fulfilled throughout your journey. And there you have it. We've explored everything from the power of deep concentration to the art of humor, the importance of perseverance, and the lifelong journey of continuous learning. So, what have you learned so far? Take a moment to reflect on one key insight that resonated with you. and that you dare excited to bring into your daily life. We'd love to hear from you, so please share your thoughts and let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a comment, and while you dare at it, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.